Our spotlight story tonight is about new vehicles that Soap Lake is buying for their police and fire departments. Here with the story is our newest reporter, Jeff Chu.
The Soap Lake Fire Department received a free 1970 Ford Wildland tanker truck, courtesy of the Grant County Fairgrounds. Fairgrounds staff were using the truck to spray water on parking lots to keep dust down, according to city officials.
We needed something that could hold a lot of water and could put out grass fires and possibly refill other trucks that we have. And this just seemed perfect, and it came along and it was free. And
the fire department is now looking at purchasing a used truck currently owned by Coulee City.
It's been approved through council. We hoped that after the next council meeting that the funds will be appropriated and we can pick that truck up after the meeting. This will put us in good position, probably in a better position than we've been in years. And it'll put us in line to hopefully not have to call for mutual aid unless things get really out of hand.
The Soap Lake Police Department, meanwhile, procured a couple of Chevy Tahoes. Police Chief Glenn Quantz said he's planning a vehicle replacement and upgrade program for the department.
I've been here a year as the chief, and when you look back in the history of the police department, people need to realize that the second highest budget draw for a police department is vehicles. The first one is, personnel and wages, and the second highest one is vehicles. So you have to look at the fleet and think that the fleet needs to be managed properly. You need to have a long-term plan for vehicle replacement and repair, and these things haven't been done. It's not been done in probably forever.
Police Chief Quantz said upgrading the fleet is a priority.
What we're trying to do is build a fleet that will have serviceable vehicles that allow us to do our jobs and to be able to have dependability that hasn't always been there. The four-wheel drive that I'm standing next to right now is a surplus vehicle that we picked up and had painted. That vehicle is going to help us, as well as another one similar to it, when it comes to the bad weather and those kinds of things. And there's a lot of areas right around the city that we need four-wheel drive to get into that are actually city responsibility. So this is an example of trying to upgrade vehicles, and you take a Crown Vicky with 125,000 miles on it and you're upgrading to a vehicle that has 65,000 miles on it. It's got lots of lifetime left, and it's more serviceable and able to do the job that we need done here.
Quantz said it was hard to determine how much fuel the police vehicles used.
Currently we have 5 vehicles. We try to keep 5 vehicles in service for the fleet. We have reserve officers that use 2 cars, and then we have our full-time officers.
The chief said the city is also working on funding for a new officer and additional transportation.
But we have a grant in place that we're hoping to hear some word on pretty soon, and that might bring up a 4th officer for us. So then that would change some of the dynamics of the fleet a little bit.
For Fiber One News in Soap Lake, this is Jeff Chu reporting.
Thanks, Jeff. We'll be right back in a moment with more news from around the Pacific Northwest.